concept. But if you take a piece of string off of a globe, it's literally just a couple of millimeters worth of string off the surface of that globe. And you're in space. I say that to help you understand that pretty much anybody that wants to go into space, they can. I didn't understand that until about 4 years ago. What I found was a community of people that were literally bringing people in. Talk about gravity wells in space. They just draw you in. You talk to someone that's in space, once you get bit by the space bug, okay, you're addicted to it. You never want to do anything for the rest of your life except for work in space. And that's where I was very fortunate to be, because as a kid, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work in space. I wanted to work at Lockheed Martin. I wanted to work at Skunk Works, working, these fascinating space aircraft and spacecraft. But I didn't understand how close space was to me and how accessible it genuinely was. So you get access to all this technology. You get access to all these amazing events. I've never been to a rocket launch. Never. But in 6 weeks, I'm going to go to my very first one. And that is going to be the one that Rouge, my company, is putting something into space. It took me 48 years to get there, but I'm getting there. So my first rocket launch is going to be at Vandenberg Space Force Base, and we're sending up a little spacecraft. And that's going to be my first launch experience. And that's something that every single person that's here that wants to, they can experience that. So you get into this community, and it is welcoming, it is open, and they want everyone. Because people think that space is just engineers, or just scientists, or just these super brainiac people. Yes, there are a lot of brainiacs, and I promise you, I am never the smartest guy in that room. And as my daddy would always tell me, you never want to be the smartest guy in the room, but you want to make sure the smartest guy in the room is working for you. And I'm very fortunate that we have that. So what kind of jobs are out there? We actually need accountants and finance people. That's a thing. It's real. We have no fewer than 3 or 4 accountants that work for us just to handle the space business. Space lawyers. You want to talk about expensive lawyers? Hire a space lawyer. Okay? You want to make a ridiculous amount of money, you love the law, you love space, go to Ole Miss, go to Kansas, go get to International Space University, specialize in law, and boy, will you get paid through the nose. Average billable rate is $650 an hour. It's expensive. Human resource people. Yes, we need those. You can't ever get away from human resources. No one likes human resources, but you still have to have them. Machinists, people that are just cutting metal and bending metal. Still need those people. And we need artists. You might think, why do we need artists? It's because we can understand not just about the history of where we were, but where we're going and where the imagination can take us, and there's no better person on the planet to help us understand that than an artist. And yes, we do need plumbers. Why do we need plumbers? Well, we need the artists to help us understand what's possible and where we're going in the future. We need to understand the smallness that we are and who we're trying to be and what our possibilities are as people. But we also need plumbers because we require a lot of piping. So this is a Raptor engine that's capable of 310,000 foot-pounds of thrust. There are 33 of these strapped to the bottom of Elon Musk's Starship. It's a little loud, to say the least. So we do actually need plumbers. We need welders. We need people that can actually know how to join things and make things that last. And we need everyone. There's probably not a job that you can even think of that does not touch space in some form, fashion, some kind of way. There's a job in this community for you. Philosophy, law, art, pretty much everything. You don't just have to be an engineer. If you like working with your hands, if you like working with tools, you like building things, we need those people. We need people to know how to test things. We need the people that know how to deal with other people. We even need therapists. Seriously, we need therapists. People that know how to talk to people in high-pressure jobs to help them cope with the stresses that they're dealing with on a daily basis. We need those human resource people. We still need engineers, we still need scientists, we still need doctors. But the bottom line of all of this is space needs you. Doesn't matter what career you choose, it doesn't matter what you're interested in, there is a place for you in space. So, I probably went a little faster than what was intended, but I like doing these things where people can ask questions and kind of interact. So that's what we're going to do. Does anyone have any questions? And if you do have a question, if you could come a little bit closer so I can hear it, that would be incredible. Yes, ma'am. So her question was that she's a therapist. She's been doing therapy for 30 plus years. She said, "Is this in space?" No. Right here on the ground, I promise you, there are engineers, technicians, and human resource people, and the lawyers. Don't forget the lawyers. They got problems, and they need somebody to talk to, especially if they work for me. I'm known for my, so everybody that comes in the road, they get a speech. Actually, their first interview is only 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute interview, no longer than that.
It's not renewable, right? So
they are asked if they're serious about the job. They are told very clearly what the expectation is at Rouge Space Systems. We work under unreasonable conditions, unreasonable timelines, unreasonable technological problems, and it's typically done in an economic environment that is, yes, unreasonable. And if you can deal with that, or if you're looking to punch a clock, this is not the place for you. If you want to build something greater than yourself, this is where you should be. Are you willing to proceed? Yes? No? Yes? Great. Here's your problem. We present them with an engineering problem, and they have 4 days to either solve the problem or develop a plan to solve that problem. They have 4 days. They can ask all the questions they want, but at the end of that 4 days, we're not looking if they solve the problem. We're actually looking, 1, how did they deal with the stress? 2, what did they do to solve the problem? How did they work through it? What questions did they ask? Did they come up with a novel approach to solving that problem? Those are the things that we're looking for. The creativity is what what we start honing in on. But yes, we need therapists right here on Earth. And there are also some great jobs in space, but yes, we definitely need them right here. Anyone else have a question? No? Well, listen, thank y'all so much for having me. I hope y'all learned a little bit. I'm going to get off the stage, and if y'all have anything, or I'll be around for a few minutes. So thank y'all. Have a wonderful day.